Well, it's been a minute. Welcome back. This is Raya with Roots to Wellness podcast. And I just was enjoying the beautiful sunshine and the breeze, and it doesn't even feel like it's dipping into winter. A lot of the things that come this time of year have always been very interesting for me, for my clients, for my friends and family. And as the days grow darker and darker, we take a lot of time, much like in nature. You know, the trees go to rest for 4 months of the year. Animals are hibernating and resting for a few months. And we also take that time to go from busyness and craziness, chaos, really heightened energy through spring, summer, and fall. And now we go into the less daylight, the slower energy, the different pace. The needs that our body is looking for is just so very different. And so we take that journey within to connect with that little light, that ember, that flame that is burning deep inside the soul. And it is a time where we can reflect, journal, write, read, rest, recuperate, rejuvenate by candlelight, by beautiful fireplace, low lighting, sipping the beautiful different flavors of teas and hot chocolate, maybe a special coffee. It's about really taking that time to rest. And it is in this time that we discover a lot of things about ourselves, maybe some things that were stepped over during the busy time. And through that deep connection, we find meaning and purpose and passion. I just love this season. It first starts out so vibrant and beautiful and amazing. And all the leaves turn colors and the breeze changes. The air gets crisp. And we see Mother Nature just becoming this most beautiful, incredible version of herself. There's no fear. And the leaves have no fear. The trees have no fear of dropping their leaves and going to rest. And if you've ever watched the leaves in the breeze as they let go from the branches and they flitter and they go on this journey, some is a short one, some it's a long and windy one, it's just amazing to watch. And every time you step outside in fall, there's always changes. The leaves are always more rich, the smells are different. We get high bush cranberries here, and I always joke that it smells like stinky feet, but it's nature's way of decomposing all of the things, and it turns it back into nutrients for the earth, for the grasses and the trees and all the things. It becomes another purpose for it. So, and it also allows the trees to rest and replenish. And even when it's dark and cold, the roots they're reaching deeper and they're touching different parts of the earth. They're communicating with one another. They're sharing minerals and vitamins and all the things that they need to restore and replenish and rest. It is quite amazing when you think of that system that happens underneath the ground that we walk upon. And the other thing that is really amazing, and I don't know if you enjoy this as well, but looking up at the night sky in the fall and in the winter, the stars are amazing. The Milky Way is brighter. And in the darkness, there's just this twinkle and this sense of wonder and magic and thought of other planets and galaxies and places out there. So finding that, playfulness within and that sense of wonder in that way, even when you're sitting in front of the fireplace and you hear the crackling of the fire and you're watching the flames dance and in orange and yellow. Sometimes there's a hint of blue or green in there depending on the wood that you're burning. And when you really sit and you actually stare into the fire, you can feel that connection within your solar plexus and sacral chakra area, even your root chakra. It really is warm and nurturing and soothing, and it dances. And so sometimes you feel your body move with that element of fire. And the other thing that I love is doing cold dipping, polar dipping, cold plunges, whichever you want to call them. We have a lot of lakes in our area. And so what I do it all year, but what I do starting in the fall is I start to, a couple times a week, I will head out, usually on my own, and I pick a lake and I go. And it's a very meditative, individual journey and a connecting to the coldness and the darkness. And it has helped through some rough times. And it has brought me to being very present and very aware of every single moment, movement, thought, and process. Standing before the lake with my swimming stuff on and my water shoes, because the rocks are really slippery, I look before me at this beautiful, huge body of water. Some days it's rough and wavy, and other days it's smooth and beautiful. And I know it's going to be really, really, really cold. But I know that when I bring myself and gather my energy in to me and to my spirit within, that I can tune into my breath and my own energy and take it step by step as I walk into the element of water. And it's interesting how the mind then becomes very present, and the thoughts and the things that no longer serve me at that moment can dance along the way and they disappear. So I take this time of darkness to tune in to all of the elements during this season. And I do it all year long, but it's very fascinating how it changes. So 0 degree water, yep, that's kind of cold. But I don't think about the cold anymore. I think about the anxiety that it's helped me with, the inflammation, my panic attacks, the PTSD, the grief and loss that I have had in the last couple of years, the pivots and the shifts and changes within my body, the hormones, insomnia, all of those things. It's just given me, the water has given me this gift of finding more ease amongst the contrast. Laying out beneath the stars in a field, or on my dock by the lake, or even on the trampoline in the darkness at night, breathing in the fresh air and feeling the breeze on my face. And this time of year, there's quite a lot of wind as the weather changes, pressure systems come and go. And you can watch the clouds moving during the day, and at night you can watch some of them as well. The northern lights also grace us, so we get to see that. Some people say that that's people who have left us, that is their spirit dancing in the sky, which is a gorgeous way to look at it. So I'm always chasing the northern lights when I know they're coming our way, or I've caught them just by surprise. The shooting stars, I always love to wish upon the shooting stars out there. And catching all of the different arrangements in the sky. My favorite is the Big Dipper. I could just imagine hanging out on the Big Dipper, up at the edge of it or in it, or it's, for me, a place of wonder, but a place of safety. And it's always, whenever I see it, I know it's close to home. The sun rises, the sun sets. Oh my God, they're my favorite. The pinks and the oranges and the gorgeousness. And we've had so many rainbows that have been around. So I guess through every time I'm connecting with this beautiful magic of nature and all of the gifts that Gaia has to offer us, I wonder how many people notice it. Are people busy going from thing to thing to thing and busy and burnt out and exhausted that they don't notice these gifts that are being given to them and shown to them? Or is there other people out there just like me who are diving into all of the magic and just enjoying it and allowing nature to wrap you up and hold you and soothe you and just give you this most healing, safe place to land? This has always been something for me ever since I was a beautiful young little girl on the farm, learning to crawl in the fields, smelling the roses and picking the fresh wild strawberries, looking at all of the things that are out there that are just such beautiful gifts, spending time in the hay fields with the animals, wandering off and singing and lollygagging and just being me. And I think that's where the deep roots to nature come for me, and that's where my practice has evolved out of, is the roots that connect me back to nature, back to Mother Earth, back to who I am deep within inside my soul. And I love witnessing the journey that all of my clients go on as we go through the coaching process and through the evolution and change and evolving on the journey. And each journey is just so unique, and the witnessing of the journey of people blossoming and blooming and becoming all that they're meant to be is just absolutely the most precious gift I hold close to my heart. So I'm going to invite you to play with lightness and dark, to play with the seasons, to play with this time of year. If you have triggers, if there are anything that is going on for you, if you have experienced grief and loss in this time of year in November and December, which can be really hard. It is the holiday season, which can be really hard for people. And there's just many layers. There's many, many layers. So I want to invite you to explore the elements of nature and the things that we just talked about today, and see what resonates. Is it fire, water, earth, air? What is it that resonates? Is it spring, summer, fall, winter? Is there something favored about each season for you that you notice when you connect? And what is that like in your body? I'm going to leave you with that today because it's just amazing and sunny and beautiful. And I'm going to go outside and lean in to the beautiful fire energy. We are getting a lot less sunlight this time of year in northern BC where I am. And so every time I can get the chance to let the sun kiss my skin and feel the warmth, I go for it. Much love to all of you, and I appreciate your support and your love and your encouragement on my journey. And if you have any questions about wanting to explore any of this any further, to chat with me, to dive a little deeper, let me know. All of my information is in the show notes, and so I would love to hear you. I'm on all the great socials. And have the most amazing Tuesday. Much love, everybody.